Alright, hi everyone. My name is Johanna, and I'm going to review Zach's video today on Nunnery versus Awesome Toyota with a jurisdiction of Massachusetts. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead. I have his discussion thread pulled up, but I'm going to go to this rubric type post that Miss Johnson put on here, and I'm going to go ahead and review through this, and I will start on the comments on the form design. When it comes to the video being easy to see, I feel like it might be a little fuzzy for me, but it might just be my computer because I have a Mac and maybe you don't have a Mac and it just didn't come through my computer properly. I'm not really sure how that goes. Easy to hear. I thought that the volume came through my speakers pretty well and it was clear. I didn't have any problems with that. When it comes to easy to read, I thought that it was pretty easy to read and that I didn't have any problems arise for me on that. For the slides being well organized, I thought that they were designed pretty well. I thought that the template was nice. I thought it was well organized. It was easy for me to follow. Well presented. I didn't have any big problems. It might have been a little choppy. I'm not really sure if you use notes next to you to keep your thoughts gathered or if you just presented based on what you had in your mind. But I used notes and it was easier for me to be a little bit more concise and clear. Otherwise, I mean, I didn't think it was a big problem, honestly. The slides being large text, large enough text, I thought the font was big enough for me to read. With few words being on the slides, I didn't think it was too verbose, but I didn't use complete sentences. I just used like ideas and key points, and I'm not sure if that's how everyone else did it. I haven't gotten a chance to look at everyone else's video, but I thought that's what maybe she was asking for. Otherwise, I thought that your slides were pretty. I thought the words weren't too much on there. When it came to imagery, I didn't even see any imagery on your slides. Maybe I'm wrong. I can go back and check again, but I don't think I saw any. Following instructions, I thought that you followed instructions pretty well. I thought the only thing that was like missing was the citations not being on open sites. But I know you did address that in a comment below your post saying that you weren't able to find the cases on Google Scholar or anything like that. So I thought that was okay, but since I do have Westlaw, it wasn't a big deal, so I could look at your cases, but I'm not sure about everybody else. Um, okay, then comments on content slash substance. Are the citations formatted properly? Looking at your citations, they look like they are cited properly. I don't see any problem with that. They are according to Blue Book citation standards. Do the citations hyperlinks work? If not, please demonstrate how to fix them. So when I go here and I click, it takes me directly to Westlaw since I am logged in. So yes, I feel like the hyperlinks do work. I have gone through and checked all of them, so they all do work for me. Are the cited cases binding? So for binding cases, especially for Westlaw, when you click on a case, it usually has a flag. I'll go to one that does have a flag. Hold on. I think it was the next one, State Street. Okay, so the yellow flag being here, it says that it's declined to extend. And as long as it's a red flag and it's not overturned, I think it is binding. And all the other cases, I think, have yellow flags besides the ones that don't have flags at all. So I think that you are good with that. When it comes to if you did IRAC properly, you had your issues, you had your rules, you had your application and a conclusion. I feel like you followed that correctly. Did you presentation clearly identify the jurisdiction? Yes, you put it on your front slide. You said it was Massachusetts. The issues, I felt like you put the issues for both legal issues. I saw those pretty well. And the conclusion, you did have a specific answer to each legal issue. However, you ran through it pretty fast, so maybe slow down on that next time. Did you have a presentation that methodically explained its reasoning with reference to rules from cases? I thought you did. You had enough cases in there. You explained your reasoning. You had a method to what you were saying. I thought you did that properly. Did you rely on law? I didn't feel like you had any opinion or personal preference, any kind of speculation in there. I feel like you did rely on case law. Questions, if any. I did not actually have any questions. The part that maybe didn't make sense as much to me is where you said that you didn't contradict yourself, and I was having a little bit of trouble understanding what you meant by that, about how you said that you might have been contradicting yourself with a certain quote, and then you only used the last part to explain why you weren't. Maybe I would like a little bit more explanation on that. What are the best things about the presentation? So, I'm going to come back to this because I'm going to go back to following instructions and look through this as well, and see if you followed all of this. You presented your information in the form of a video posted on the eCourseware discussion board, so yes, you followed that. You embedded the video. You used your voice explaining the research. You didn't have to use your face, but you did use your voice, so that was required, and you did. You used a PowerPoint, and you used internet sites like Westlaw. You used a word, if you used slides, I thought it was 28 points, 28 point font. I did count just for the fun of it, and some of the slides had more than 50 words, but I don't think that's a big deal. Um, it didn't sound like you were reciting a script. You spoke pretty freely and didn't read to your audience. I didn't see a lot of imagery, so I said that maybe you didn't follow that one as well as you should have. You did include your list of citations. You did hyperlink all of those. However, you linked a lot of them to Westlaw, and some people might have had some problems with that. You did have your hyperlinks open in a new tab, not a new window. I don't know if that's what she means. And your video was around 9 minutes long. She said they're roughly 10 to 15 minutes long. So I mean, I think that was, your little deviation was fine. I thought it was long enough to cover all the issues. And so I'm going to end off with some compliments, because I feel like you did really well on your presentation. It sounds like you really did your research. You were able to explain it all well, and with it seemed like you explained it all with ease. There isn't too much room for improvement. I thought that you did pretty well. I thought it was easy to review. It wasn't too hard of a video for me to feel like I have to critique left and right, so I give you props for that. Okay, well, good job on your video, and I hope everybody else has a great week.